So, ever feel like that student in the video? We have all been there before and we've all got the t-shirt, trust me. And you know what, when it comes to something we're not particularly enthusiastic about studying or don't really get, and we've got to do work on this particular task or assessment, and you know, it's really quite tricky. So we sit in front of our desks for hours on end trying to retain that information, but very little has been achieved. Secondly, the next thing is that we end up off that motivation path and we get distracted looking at probably Instagram videos or TikTok videos, and those hours just slip away. And you know what? This is something that I can help you with. You see, my name is Priya. I'm founder of PHK Education. I'm a study skills coach. And what I do is I teach students like you more smart and efficient approaches to learning so that you can reach your ambitious study goals. Sound good? Well, today is all about time management and productivity tips that can help you during your studies. So today I'll be sharing 3 tips with you, but stay tuned right to the end of the video because I'll be sharing my bonus tip with you today as well. Okay, so my first tip today is setting restrictions and time limits on your particular task that you want to commit to. Now, this is something that you probably would have heard of, having some form of scheduling, whether it's a revision timetable or work timetable, whatever it is, definitely use them. They're really valuable. But what's kind of stopping you from feeling a bit distracted from gaining all those results? Well, let me tell you one thing that you can use, which I highly recommend, is the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is a really great tool that you can implement today, and it uses 25 minutes per task, and then you give yourself a 5-minute break. Now, the best thing about this one is that you are focusing on that one single particular task, and you can add as many other Pomodoros to it, so 25-minute intervals, so that you can achieve your particular task depending on the length of that particular activity as well. Tip number 2, planning ahead. This one by far doesn't get enough airtime or airplay, and it's a really sneaky one because it can take away some of your time and kind of get you off that motivation path and feeling a bit distracted. What do I mean by this? Planning ahead the night before of what you're going to commit to the next day. So planning ahead with your equipment, your stationery, your books, downloads, anything that you need to commit to. You've already set a bit of a schedule of what tasks you're doing, but what equipment you need to help you achieve that particular goal. Think about this so then at least you are ready and raring to go for the next day. Would you like to know the biggest productivity killer? Tip 3, stop multitasking. This is probably one of the worst things that you can commit to, juggling between 2 separate tasks so that you can feel like you're committing to more at the same time. It actually just lowers the quality of your work, memory and retention. There's so much grounding research to talk about multitasking and the fact that there is lots of drawbacks of this. So the main thing I'd probably say to you when you are planning your study schedule, keep to one task at a time. Now, I've talked about it earlier in the video. Using the Pomodoro technique is really great because it helps you focus on that one particular task at a time. Okay, so this is the bonus tip. What am I talking about when it comes to productivity and time management? So let's just be really honest here. You're not going to like the sound of this one. It's called auditing. What do I mean by that? This is where you have to be really open and honest with yourself about where is it that you are wasting potential time in your day or in your week. And sometimes you do have to evaluate that because therefore you know where you're feeling distracted and your productivity levels are probably not as great as it should be at those particular times of the day. Feeling more conscious about it just makes you more conscious of it, and therefore you can actually amend that practice when it comes to your study schedule.